A long time ago, in the dense, sun-dappled forests of Edo, Nigeria, animals lived in a world not too different from humans. They farmed, danced, fought, and even visited the gods. Among them, none was more feared or admired than the leopard. His coat shimmered gold and black, his teeth sparkled like ivory, and his roar could shake palm trees. But the leopard's most treasured gift wasn't his strength. It was luck, pure, undiluted luck. Whenever Leopard hunted, prey ran into his path. When he stepped into a trap, it snapped shut behind him. When there was drought, rain followed him. The gods whispered that he had been born under the sky's smiling eye, and so fortune followed him like a loyal servant. Now, deep in the same forest, lived the cat. She was smaller, quieter, and often ignored. But Cat had two things Leopard did not: cleverness and envy. Every time Cat watched Leopard strut through the forest with fresh kill or dance at the village square as animals cheered, she would hiss under her breath. "It's not fair," Cat muttered. "He does nothing but growl and leap. I think it's that luck of his. If I had it, I would rule the forest." So Cat devised a plan. The visit to the priestess. One evening, Cat tiptoed to the shrine of Iorin, the forest priestess who could speak with spirits. Her hut was filled with feathers, bones, and bottles that glowed blue in the dark. Cat bowed respectfully. "Great Mother, I need to know, can luck be taken from one and given to another?" Iorin's cloudy eyes narrowed. She whispered, "Luck is a spirit. It clings to souls. You can't steal it with claws, but with cunning, maybe." Cat's tail flicked. "How?" The old woman smiled slowly. "Leopard keeps his luck in a charm tied under his neck. It was given to him as a cub by the river goddess. Take it while he sleeps. But beware, luck does not change homes quietly." Cat purred and bowed again. Her eyes glowed with ambition. The theft. The next night, under the silver light of a full moon, Cat followed Leopard to his lair, an old baobab tree surrounded by rocks and silence. She waited until Leopard fell asleep, snoring softly. And there it was, a leather pouch hanging from his thick neck, tied with cowrie shells and a thread of red silk. Moving like mist, Cat crept forward, reached with her paw, and snip. Cut the thread with her claws. As soon as the pouch left Leopard's body, a strange wind howled through the trees. The moon dimmed. Birds scattered. Even Cat's fur stood on end. She sprinted away, clutching the charm in her mouth. A new queen rises. By morning, the forest changed. Cat walked through the village, and animals bowed. Monkeys dropped mangoes into her paws. Birds sang her name. Fish jumped into her basket without needing a hook. Leopard, on the other hand, woke up to disaster. His paw got stuck in mud. Bees chased him. A snake he tried to eat bit his tail. By noon, he was limping, hungry, and humiliated. He returned to the village, only to see Cat sitting on a high stool, surrounded by admirers. "What is this?" Leopard growled. Cat smiled lazily. "Luck favors those who sleep lightly, my friend." Realizing what had happened, Leopard lunged at her but tripped over his own feet. The forest roared with laughter. The curse of stolen luck. For a time, Cat ruled the forest. But luck taken, not earned, is never loyal. At first, things were glorious. Rain followed her steps. Gold coins appeared where she walked. She even began talking to the gods. But soon, strange things began to happen. Her tail began twitching uncontrollably. Her whiskers turned white overnight. One day, while crossing a log, the river whispered, "Thief, thief, thief." And worse paranoia set in. Cat started sleeping with one eye open, burying the charm every night in a new hole, worried that someone would do to her what she did to Leopard. She grew restless. Suspicious. Alone. The return of the leopard. Months passed, and the forest was no longer joyful. The skies turned gray. Crops failed. The animals began murmuring. Leopard, though battered, had changed. He stopped roaring. he started listening. He visited Ioran, fasted by the river, and gave offerings to the gods. And one day, the gods answered. A voice echoed from the sky. The heart that loses fortune learns humility. Go, reclaim your fate not with teeth, but truth. Leopard gathered the animals and called for a meeting under the great silk cotton tree. Cat arrived, suspicious but proud. There, in front of everyone, Leopard bowed his head and spoke. You took my charm. But it gave you more fear than peace. Return it not for me, but for the forest. Cat's eyes darted. She could feel her fur prickle. But the animals were watching, and deep inside, she knew she was tired. With a slow paw, she dropped the pouch at Leopard's feet. The wind changed. Birds chirped. And a warm drizzle fell from the sky. What became of them? Leopard didn't punish Cat. Instead, he said, keep your cleverness. Use it well. But never forget stolen blessings bring bitter sleep. From that day, the forest flourished again. Cat never ruled again, but she lived wisely, often advising younger animals with a knowing glint in her eyes. Leopard, having learned loss, ruled not just with luck but with grace. And the charm? It still hung from his neck, but this time, tied with both silk and string spun from humility. Morally, end of the story. True fortune is not just what you take, it's how you carry it.